Hi from the other world, Moldiar here. So, we will go to another game today. We finished Memory last time, we already finished Dodger, and today we will be, as you probably saw with my thumbnail and the title of this stream, Simon Says. Simon Says is a simple game where you have like 4 tiles, and in the Simon Says turn, you get a sequence like red, red, yellow, blue, for example. And you have in your turn repeat that red, red, yellow, blue. Next up comes Simon's turn again, and he says red, red, yellow, blue, yellow. And you have to repeat that over and over and over as long as you have the memory to do that. But I will go one step further and not have 4 tiles. I will have 9 tiles. 9. Overkill? Let it be that way. So, I have Unity sprung up. There's nothing clean project. So let's begin with setting up the scene. So I want to go with almost pure UI here. I was doing some time ago a Sudoku game for someone on demand, and I was doing a tutorial on doing a tic-tac-toe game. And those two games had the same thing in common. They were almost purely UI. So let's go here and let's drop a panel. This will be our game space. Now this panel will have 9 buttons. So let's duplicate all of those. Actually, no. Actually, yes. I will set up this button to be square already. Let it be 150 by 150. Cool. Now I need... Wait, what is the size of my screen? This is the question now. Yeah, so the panel itself has 692 by 692. So punching those numbers into my calculator, I think that we have 92 in 3 space in between tiles and 600 for our 3 tiles. So we can use a 200 by 200 button. Cool. And now I will duplicate it 8 times. So we have 1, 2, and 3, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, and I will align them in a second. So this button here, it will be straightly in the middle, straight, like this. This will be the same distance from the left and from the right, from the middle button and the edge. So it will be somewhere around here, I don't know. Let me just make those snug. So wait a minute. I remember there was this way to actually keep distance from objects. Like this. Yes? Yeah, so it will be the same distance from the left and from the right. 246. But I want for this button to be away from, actually I will select all of those and select this here as my go-to solution. Now you will be in the middle. This is your pivot point, absolute middle. Now I want you to be 26 from the left. This will be 26 from the bottom. And I'm kind of sad right now that this would, yeah, cool. You will be 26 from the right. I will move those out of the way, so there will be no snapping. I will get nice and near to that. 26. Oh, you. Yeah, 4, 6, 7, and 26. Cool. Now, you, my dear, will be 26 from the top. Actually, I will just try to adjust you. I want the whole button. So 26 from the top and 4, 6, 8 from the bottom. Nice, and we are getting somewhere. Now, oh my. Now I want all of those buttons to have their previous setting. This. Because this will allow me to no, this. Yeah. Position 0. You will be position 0, and your position 0. Cool. So now the only thing left is for those to align to each other. Yeah, that's the story. That's the stuff. I'm spending more time on aligning stuff than actually doing the game. But yeah, now we have 9, I hope, perfectly aligned buttons. And I did myself some cocoa to help me in creating this game. But I probably added too much cocoa to the milk. Anyway, we have our buttons. I want to save this now. No. I will need to rename those. So this will be BTN 1. Yeah. No. You will be BTN 2. And you will be here. Now you will be BTN 3. I think that you will be BTN 4. Yep. You will be BTN 5. I hate you. BTN 6. BTN 7. BTN 8. And the last one, BTN 9. And now let's rearrange those. Cool. Here and here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool. So we have all our 9 buttons. Now, I want for all of those to have no text. Actually, I can even go as far as just delete the text element, because there will be no text on them. Cool. Okay, all right, okay, all right. So now all of you will be like this. And this is good. Now, as I understand, I will have to save that. So main game. It should work like this. Those should resize accordingly, but they do not. Where are the pivot points? In the middle. Okay, so where is your pivot point? In the middle. But why is this distance the same while all the other distances are? Oh. Yeah. This is the thing why I don't like UI, because it doesn't keep percents, but straight up hard wired numbers. Okay. So I cannot resize that freely, unless I find a different setting for that. Let me check some of those options I have. Yeah, that doesn't help me much. So those buttons, what else can they have? This setting. Okay. That means that they still suck at doing what they should have been doing. Yeah. No. So, this is for the pivot. Yeah, I will move the pivot to the right corner and see what this will change. Okay. So I want the pivot to be here, but I want this to be the setting. Oh, I was changing the wrong thing. Buttons. This. Keep all your pivots in the right hand corner, but go with this setting. Yeah, it's not changing them. Okay, so it should be a grid layout group. Maybe this will help. So a cell size is 200 by 200. Start corner, padding, 26, 26, 26, and 26. Middle center. Start axis, doesn't matter. Upper left. Okay, so now I should be able to resize this accordingly. And the question is why I want to do that. See, I need space for the turns that will be taking place. So I will move this down here just a little bit and change the layout to be more 150 by 150, and the padding will be 25. Cool. So now we have our buttons. Nice. And they spaced accordingly. Perfect. So I will probably have to learn more about the grid layouts thing, the layout group stuff. But now I need to create a new panel. And this panel will be specifically for all my text purposes. So the panel itself will have a text element that I will modify. It will be as big as this whole thing. It will have middle. It will be of size 36 or even 48. It will be bold. It will have... Are there any more settings that I can add to my text? Line spacing, no. Yeah, I could actually change my font if I wanted to. But I don't have many. There's only the default one. Okay, so the color will be black. But it will change because the player's turn will have a different color and Simon's words will have a different color. Now actually I will change the background color of this panel up there. Yeah, this is a good idea. So let's set up the colors and change the names. So now the button will have a color. No, this won't do it. Wait a minute. Yeah, this was pretty good. So, red button. Yeah, all of those will be like 128 here, 250. Yeah. Okay. This button will be bleh, like this. 128. Nice. This button will be grin, like this. This button will be hello. Is it me you're looking for? This button will be purple or pink, depending on, yeah, pink. It will be pink. It will wear a wig for every music video. Is Pink even recording right now? Like, I didn't hear anything new about her. I once listened to her music. No shame here. I still think she's a pretty good singer. 28. Yeah. And I'm slowly running out of ideas. So this will be like a teal. Yeah, it's actually pretty good. Okay. And this will be white, like, no joke. Let's just keep it white. Now, all of those will have their color more intense. Or wait a minute. Can I do it actually more bright? Maybe I'll just go, yeah, this will be better. 128, and I will just set the alpha, no. The lightning, yeah. Like this. This will be a lot better. $128. We're slowly getting there. 128. I'm getting confused with this one. 128 and 4. Cool. Now the teal one. 128. Yeah, people will ask, how is this color different? Actually, they won't, but I like to think they will. Yeah, let's make it like... Uh, yeah, let's leave it that way. And white, that will have 128. Like this. So these are all our colors. Now what I will need to do for this to work is create a script that will be added to the camera because I'm a lazy bum and I don't want to create... Yeah, I will create a new empty object. Create empty object not under the camera because why would I do that? And name it game. Now game will have a script called Simon says no. Game control, no. I don't want to create a blob, but it will all boil down to that actually. So yeah, Simon says. And let's open now Visual Studio, which will take 500 years. In the meantime, let me look at Twitter, see how my followers are doing. No. Anyway, whenever I start up Visual Studio, everything freezes. Like, I cannot use Unity until Visual Studio says it's open. So I'm kind of stuck here waiting for it. And today was, well, I was doing the regular thing. I was in a trampoline park. I was doing flips. I am getting pretty proficient at it. I learned the difference between losing strength in your arms and actually losing balance while standing on them. I learned the hard way because when I stood on my hands today, I felt that, oh, I will fall in a moment, so I should probably roll forwards. So I tucked in my head and loosened my arms. But it wasn't this motion. I wasn't losing balance. I was going down. And what happened when I loosened my arm is I collapsed. I just collapsed like a tower onto my head that was tucked in, and I just smashed my teeth one into the other. Now they hurt. Not as like hurt, I'm in pain, but they are like, I know they are there. Like right now, you have to manually breathe. And you know that your tongue is uncomfortable in your mouth. Also, you produce more saliva now. And now you remembered something very uncomfortable from your past. And you need to blink. That's how I feel with my teeth right now. I know they are there. Anyway, let's get back to business. So, we have Visual Studio running. And what I need to do is create all of my 9 buttons. So, it will be public button. Yeah, don't do that. Public button. I need to name them somehow. They are for now named BTN1 and so on. And I'll probably go with that. Yeah, because from a game standpoint, I shouldn't care what color a button is. Copy that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And accordingly, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Cool. So we have all our buttons. Now I need a public text. I will name that info text. And my cat just jumped into the clothing bin, which is adorable as hell. Anyway, we have our info text. We will have our public game object, info panel. Actually, I can just go with info panel and in the start method get everything. Yeah, I need it. Let's just go with that. I'd rather assign it. So now we have all our buttons, we have our info text, we have our info panel. That's everything we need for now. On tomorrow's stream, probably I'll finish this game, seeing how far I got today. So first of all, let's make our method for the buttons to change color. So it will be public void highlight. Yeah. And it will take a button and I will also use a public void dim. I hate you. Now, highlight will take button dot colors image.color and make it equal to I need to change the color dot R. What is R? Red component of the color green. So this is RGB, while inside of this here we have a HSV. Oh, here we have it. So it will take, let me just look at, for example, teal. Yeah, this is actually problematic. I'd rather change the B value. Gamma. This is not fun for me right now. RGB to HSV. Unity. So color has its methods RGB to HSV. So it will be like this. Var new color equals color dot RGB to HSV. Yeah. So it doesn't work that way. So it will be like this. Var HSV. And now this will be button.image.color HSV. Yeah, all of those have to have this outward. Out. Okay, so now we have our HSV values from the button. Now we want the V equal to 2.5. And after that, we want, I need float RGB probably. RGB. Color dot HSV to RGB. HSV. And this returns a color actually. Var new color. And now button dot image dot color equals new color. And I will call this method when I click the button. And I will call dim, which will do just the same thing. I will just delete this. This isn't needed. But 128. Okay, now start has that button one dot on click add listener actually no, I don't want it to be on click. Are there any other options? On pointer down. Yeah. And on pointer up will be a different thing. So on pointer down. I need to look into the documentation for that. UI selectable on pointer down. How does it work? I would need to make that inside the button. No, I will not do that. So on click, add listener, highlight button. Now I'll create this method, public void highlight button. Now highlight button will take a button as a now here we have you, and by the way you will have to do this highlight button btn1. Cool. So highlight button will just do this. Then it will start coroutine. No. Yeah, highlight. Let's give it a button. Let's just begin with that. Okay, so yeah, I will not copy all of that. I will just have the first button work, but I did not assign it to the game. Yeah. Game, stop it. Unity, no, stop. Okay, game. Now. Button 1. Button 2. Button 3. Button 4. Button 5. Button 6. Button 7. Button 8. Button 9. Info text. And info panel. And by the way, I will rename it to info panel. and you will be info text. Okay, so all is still assigned, so this is nice. So when I run it, yeah, it reacted, it highlighted. Cool. So now I can safely go and do this, and do it in a series. 8 and 9. And the same goes here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so now all of those buttons should be able to highlight themselves. Show me. So the colors have changed. Of course they did. Why? I'll reset that and see again. So the color should be setting non-normalized color. This is actually interesting. So this is somehow failing. So it gives it the color and creates those three values. Let me just comment that out. Save. Will it still retain its color after I click it? Yes, it does. So what is happening with V? Maybe this. Or 4, I don't know. I'll just go. Yeah, I just went ahead and changed the color. So let me just change this to 128. Let's see if this changes anything. If it has to be a value from 0 to 1, for example. If yes, then I will just set 1. Yes, it has to be a value from 1 to 0. So this will be a 1. And this will be a 0.5f. Save. Let's try this. Yes. I like it. So that means that when I wire up this so that every button hmm, hmm, hmm. It would be better if every button had its own class. Yeah, it would be better. because then every button could be just highlighting something using its... Yeah, I'll do that. So let me create a class for button. Add class let me call it color button. Yeah, and color button will have those two methods. Like this. Color button will have behavior using Unity Engine, cool. UI, you'll have to be public, and the color button by itself knows bool public is highlighted. And in the start method, oh, by the way, public, actually this will be a private button self. Start. Now self equals get component button. Now self.add.onClick add listener highlight button. Yeah, let me just copy this bit. Self. And cut this out. So each button is responsible for itself. And now, if is highlighted, if it is not highlighted, highlight. Else, dim. Save. Now each button will have this assigned. And I will no longer have to do this. Let me just add that color button. Yep. Ahead. Happy. Minding my own business. Just clicking save away. So let's try that. They do not dim. Because I didn't set it. And yeah, is highlighted. Actually, I can just go ahead and do this here. Is highlighted equals is highlighted. Save. Okay, this should be better. Yeah. Now we're cooking. Cool. So, our highlights work, and each button knows if it is highlighted, even though we will not need it later on. But I will keep it anyway, for now. So, on the next stream, I will do that the buttons by itself can be just highlighted by the code, like, and it's ping, ping. I will do the memorizing of the sequences. And yeah, and replaying those sequences, seeing if we actually do what we are told. So, yeah, thanks everybody so much for joining in. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to subscribe, like, comment if you want to see more of those streams. And I use my old formula, which is like, yeah, no matter. So follow me on Twitter. In the right-hand corner, we have a playlist with all the other episodes of Let's Make a Classic Game. I created already a playlist with Let's Make a Classic Game for Simon Says that will have this stream as a video after the stream. And yeah, so that should be it. Have a nice evening. I'm Moldiar, and see you in the other world.